ang sinumang lingkod bayan ay may tungkulin na pinanumpaan. Nanumpa na maglilingkod ng buong puso batay sa tanggapan na kanyang pamumunuan. Bago ang lahat, mamamayan muna. Ito ang palatuntunang maglalahat ng mga tuwirang impormasyon upang magsilbing gabay ng ating mga nanunungkulan saan mang tanggapan ng pamahalaan para sa kapakanan ng mamamayan. Bago ang lahat, mamamayan muna. Maglalatag ng mga naangkop na payo para sa lahat ng mamamayan na umaasam ng tunay na pagbabago at kaginhawahan sa buhay. Bago ang lahat, mamamayan muna. At ngayon, narito ang inyong lingkod, Cora Alma De Leon.
Pino, naiiba, natatangi, alamin ang mga ginintuang katangian ng ating dakilang lahi.
Iba-ibang ating pinagmulahan, sa iisang bayang sinilangan. Mga islang biyaya sa pinagpala, likha ng isang Diyos o bathala. Tinataglay ang dakilang yaman, sa atin binigay ang perlas ng silangan. Gintong lupa't karagatan, kay gandang kalikasan, ito'y sasagipin pangangalagaan.
Yan ang Pilipino, mapalad ang lahing ito, likas ang talino, kailangan ng mundo ang Pilipino. Mapagmahal ang lahi ko, may tapang malasakit, kaming mga Pilipino. Mapalad ang lahing ito, likas ang talino, payabungin natin to, ang Pilipino. Mapagmahal ang lahi ko, masipag malikhain, yan ang Pilipino. Halo-halo man ang ating ibig, iisa pa rin ang ating lahi.
Katotohanan ng kalooban, ating isabuhay. Ako, ikaw, tayo'y magmahalan.
Yan ang Pilipino, mapalad ang lahing ito, likas ang talino, kailangan ng mundo ang Pilipino. Mapagmahal ang lahi ko, ay tapang malasakit, kaming mga Pilipino. Mapalad ang lahing ito, likas ang talino, payabungin natin ko ang Pilipino. Mapagmahal ang lahi ko, masipag malikhain, yan ang Pilipino. Mapalad ang lahing ito, likas ang talino, kailangan natin ito, ang Pilipino. Mapagmahal ang lahi ko, ay dapat malasakit, kaming mga Pilipino. Kailangan
Maraming salamat kay Ginang Sonia Rocco for making this song available. At kasama na natin ang ating co-host, Dr.Reymund Arcega. May hawak yan ng maraming eskwela all over the country. Kailangan ma-activate ang mga Girl Scouts doon at saka yung ano ha. At tamang-tama nakalagay na dito sa ating picture, ang bisita natin ay yung National President ng Girl Scouts of the Philippines, Nina Lim Yuson, no? Kaibigan natin yan. And of course, kasama niya ay si Justin Daniel Bautista. Every Saturday, magiging pagkakataon natin na maunawaan kung ano yung ginagawa ng Girl Scout beyond na alam natin. Kasi meron lang tayong alam, baka hindi pa natin alam kung ano yung mga developments. Sinisimula namin ito, Nina, with of course, prayer for the nation because this is what we need very much. And it goes like this. Lord, let me be the change I want to see. To do with strength and wisdom all that needs to be done and become the hope that I can be. Set me free from my fears and hesitations. Grant me the courage and humility. Fill me with spirit to face the challenge and start the change I long to see. Even if I'm not the light, I can be the spark in faith, service, and communion. Let us start the change we want to see, the change that begins in me. At dahil naglingkod ako sa pamahalaan for 34 years, inuulit-ulit ko yung panunumpa sa watawat. Ako ay Pilipino, buong katapatang nanunumpa sa watawat ng Pilipinas at sa bansang kanyang sinasagisan na may dangal, katarungan at kalayaan na pinakikilos ng sambayan ng makadiyos, makakalikasan, makatao at makabansa.
Panunumpa ng lingkod bayan. Ako ay isang lingkod bayan, pangangalagaan ko ang tiwalang pinagkaloob ng mamamayan. Paglilingkod ako ng may malasakit, katapatan at kahusayan, o walang kinikilingan, magiging mabuting halimbawa ako at magbibigay ng pag-asa at inspirasyon sa aking kapwa lingkod bayan. Lilinangin ko ang aking sariling kakayahan upang sa lahat ng panahon ay mapaglingkuran ng buong kahusayan ang sambayanan. Hindi ako makikibahagi sa mga katiwalian sa pamahalaan. Pipigilan at isisiwalat ko ito sa pamamagitan ng tama at angkop na pamamaraan. Isasabuhay ko ang isang lingkod bayang makadiyos, makatao, makakalikasan at makabansa. Tutugon ako sa mga hamon ng makabagong panahon tungo sa adhikain ng matatag, maginhawa at panatag na buhay. Sa mga tungkulin at hangarin ito, kasihan nawa ako ng may kapal.
Maraming salamat, Dr. Reymund Arcega. At katulad ng dati, babasahin ko din yung sinulat kong Unless Someone Cares, dedicated to Dick and Kate Gordon. I don't think our communities will ever be clean and green unless someone cares. I don't believe our government will be good, just, and honest unless someone cares. I don't expect our leaders to be morally upright and politically sensitive unless someone cares. I don't expect a better life for our poor and oppressed people unless someone cares. I don't have the faith that we face a brighter future unless someone cares. I don't feel we will ever realize our dreams and aspirations unless someone cares. I don't know if we will all live our sense of purpose to build a better world unless someone cares. That someone is us, that someone is you and me, that someone is everybody, for we all must care. And that someone today is Nina Yuson and Justin Daniel Bautista. Welcome to our program. At dire-diretso na tayo kasi every Saturday, Raymond, ang panauhin natin ay Girl Scout of the Philippines, Girl Scouts of the Philippines. Kaya papaliwanag natin paano nagsimula ang Girl Scout, ano nga yung ginagawa, at saka ano pa yung mga interesting things you want to know. Of course, siyempre tatanungin natin ang National President yung konting istorya ng Girl Scouts of the Philippines. Ano ba yung, kailan ba nagsimula? Of course, ano ang vision, tsaka mission. Very clear naman to. Memorize na ito ni Nina, I'm sure. Pero kaya, gusto nating marinig. Go ahead.
Well, first of all, maraming salamat po, Cora Alma De Leon and Dr.Reymund Arcega. Yung panunumpa po ni Dr. Arcega, saan ginagawa yan? Sa Civil Service Commission? So
Wala pa,
hindi
wala.
tuloy kay Cora. Ang ganda at ang ganda ng poem, unless someone cares. And at yun po ang Girl Scouts. I think that's the whole
Yes.
mission, is to help other people at all times. But you know, as early as 1918, Girl Scouts started in Davao, founded by missionaries, no, Reverend Auger and his wife. And this was under the Girl Scouts USA. So wala pa
Yes.
tayo noon. But then in 1937, Josefa Llanes Escoda had come back. She took her master's in social work in the States, and she had come back, and together with another feisty woman, is Pilar Hidalgo Lim, and so they wanted to start a Girl Scouts of the Philippines here. So Mrs. Escoda, through the support of Boy Scouts of the Philippines, which was already established, and through the wife of Pilar, who's General Vicente Lim, sent Escoda to the United States because that's Girl Scouts USA. That's why when you hear Girl Scouts, these are USA related or based, they study there. When you hear Girl Guides, it's London or England based. No? So you have Girl Guides Singapore, Girl Guides Malaysia, Girl Scouts of Japan, so Girl Scouts of the Philippines. So on March 10, Mrs. Escoda headed to the USA through the support of the Boy Scouts. And on August 9 of the same year, Mrs. Escoda went to London to the World Association of Girl Guides and Girl Scouts. So that's when we were established, more or less 1940. So I just like to show a picture of the two founders. Can you see that? Oh, not very.
Yes.
There.
Hindi, una.
Are on
Ang
top.
una yung Pilar Hidalgo Lim, yung puti ang buhok, ano.
Oo po.
Tapos
Tapos
si,
may dimples
ah,
pa. And
si
Escoda.
Escoda.
Oh.
Llanes
Yung
Escoda.
Escoda, makikita nyo po sa 1,000 peso bill which
Yes.
will get lost. So please save your 1,000 peso bill because it's a very good way to educate the young people who are our heroes. At yung tatlong tao doon sa 1,000 peso are actually war heroes. They died in World War II, killed by the Japanese. And Josefa was very brave because, you know, she had really had help. And then 1940s, so we had Girl Scouts of the Philippines. So now we are 82 years old. And if here we go again. Oops. Oh wait.
Yeah.
Here that is the
Actually, older kayo ng ng Red Cross. Red Cross is only 75.
really.
Girl Scouts older, oo.
Yes, okay. Well, the founder of the World Association of Girl Guides and Girl Scouts, if you can see here, is Ola Baden-Powell. So she's the wife of Robert Baden-Powell. So the Boy Scouts of England started ahead of the Girl Guides, no? And now it is in London where the World Association of Girl Guides and Girl Scouts, which we call in short WAGs, is based. And we are about, I believe, 40 members or maybe more, I'm not sure. But GSP, or Girl Scouts of the Philippines, is a member of the Asia Pacific region. So we have 5 regions, no, and already. And we have conferences every 3 years. Pero ngayon po kasi we have COVID. Our last conference was last year. So everything was on Zoom. So all of a sudden I had to learn, and Justin knows this, how to vote using Zoom. Naku po, that was my baptism of fire because you had to be tech
Yes.
and nobody could really help me because I had to vote for as head of the delegation. So yon, and then this year will be the Asia Pacific Region Conference, which will be in Thailand. We take turns, no? The Asia Pacific region. But then again, they decided to have it via Zoom. So again, votation, and I hope, also aside from that, we have Friends of Asia Pacific. So they plan to go face-to-face in November, and you are welcome to join Friends of Asia Pacific. So there will be
Where will that be? Thailand also? There.
Yes, in
Where will
Bangkok,
it
August 5
Bangkok,
to 8. Yes, you can attend. So it's open,
Okay.
and we like to have members, and the Philippines has a growing membership.
It's a good to Justin. Just talk about this
Sige po.
program that GSP has. Go ahead.
Yes po. Right. GSP has been doing a lot po, and different programs that all aims to develop girls and young women to be able to reach their fullest potential. And one of its programs po, the highlights na talagang alam ng lahat ng ating Girl Scouts is our 8-point challenge. So that's the flagship program of the Girl Scouts of the Philippines. And these challenges, it focuses on different things that hones and develops the character, the capabilities of our girls. So to tell you what these challenges are, so challenge of spirituality and well-being, challenge of family life, challenge of economic self-sufficiency, challenge of environment, challenge of preparedness, challenge of our heritage citizenship, challenge of the arts, challenge of world community. So these challenges, it has different programs that are all age appropriate po. So sa Girl Scouting po kasi we have this age level. So even as young as 4 to 6 years old, we have our Twinkler Girl Scouts po. And we also have our Star Girl Scouts age 6 to 9. Junior Girl Scouts ages 9 to 12, Senior Girl Scouts 12 to 15 years old, and Cadet Girl Scouts 15 to 21. So, even though we have kumbaga, isang 8-point challenge po, every age level, they have different activities. And it's all age appropriate po. So, yun, marami pa pong ibang mga community development projects and other programs na global, like what Tita Nina have mentioned earlier. We are member of the World Association of Girl Guides and Girl Scouts. And we have been participating in the different global programs po. So, our girls get that experience na maka-experience ng ganung world community of sisterhood and be able to respond to different needs and concerns sa ating environment, not just local, not just here in the Philippines, but global issues as well. So, ayun po.
Can you tell us about badge work? Kasi alam ko, Red Cross is also trying to copy. Gusto din, may mga badges din ang Red Cross. Pero
The badges
una
po,
na yung Girl Scout talaga kasi for every achievement, may badge yun di ba? Can you talk
Yes
about it
po.
now? Ayan ang
Ayan,
mga
Tita Nina showing po some of
picture,
our
yes.
badges. So, in every programs or
Si Nina,
activities
meron siyang show and tell. Ayan, pinapakita niyo sa libro.
Yes po. Those are just sample po of badges that our girls have po. So every time may makita kayong Girl Scouts, they are wearing this sash full of badges. So it represents all the experiences and programs that these girls have gone through. So in every program or projects that they do, meron po yung equivalent na mga badges. Like for example, under the 8-point challenge, every challenge po, meron pong mga corresponding badges under that challenge. And once the girl was able to accomplish that activity, she earns that badge. Yan. So yung pinapakita po ni Tita Nina are just some of the WAGS badges naman po. So yung ating mga global programs, like for example, the Free Being Me, the Girl Powered Nutrition, meron po yung mga corresponding badges. And it represents nga po yung mga achievements ng ating mga girls when it comes to their Girl Scouting experience.
Thank you. Si Raymond nakangiti. Meron ka bang tanong? Raymond? Ayan, pinapakita.
Nahihirapan ako magtanong kasi ito ay usapan para sa mga kababaihan. Pero na-inspire po ako kasi kung meron mang isang organisasyon, no, hindi lamang sa Pilipinas kundi sa buong mundo, na may mataas na reputasyon at napakahabang panahong nagsisilbi sa bayan at sa Diyos, ito yung Girl Scout. So gusto ko pong malaman kay Ma'am Yuson at kay Ma'am Bautista, ano ang sikreto ng isang Girl Scout of the Philippines or Girl Scout of the world, no? Na hanggang ngayon ay matayog na inaabot ang kanyang pangarap at matibay na nakatayo pagkatapos ng pandemya at ng napakaraming henerasyon. Ano po ang sikreto ng isang Girl Scout of the Philippines and Girl Scout of the world na kung saan ay hindi matawaran ang tagal ng pagsisilbi sa ating mga kababayan at sa ating mga kapwa mankind?
Sige po, palagay ko po perseverance, yun ang isang quality ng isang Girl Scout, no? Despite difficulties, gaya po nung COVID, continued ho ang mga programs. At you know who took the lead? Yung mga young Girl Scouts, 18 years old to 25. Ayan, sina Justine. Because they are so techy savvy that they pursued the programs. And in fact, we got badges, certificates. Until now po, they're still continuing that. And I think, we live by the promise and law. Merong Girl Scout promise and law. At yun nga ang sinabi namin, I think we should give our promise and law to all our leaders. Parang panunumpa nyo, Dr. Arcega. And part of that is really to try to live it, the spirit of doing service for others, to love God and my country, and to help other people at all times, and to live by the Girl Scout law. So you can start as early as 5 years old, and if it's inculcated in you through activities, kasi hands-on po yung Girl Scout learning, no? And so it's one of the best educational institutions, I would say, gaya nyo, Dr. Arcega, to teach girls and young women, especially issues that affect them. Guys, sinabi po ni Daniel, violence against girls and young women. Where will you learn that from? Watching TV? The media now is so loaded with misinformation. So we are trying to educate our young girls and women about issues that affect them. And even when they go camping, ang maganda yan, you learn also from abroad. For example, if it's about early marriage. So I know in one country, they had to carry a 5-pound around their waist the whole day. So if they have to do their washing, they have to carry that 5 pound. If they have to hike to get the water, they carry that 5 pound. And they realize, ang hirap pala. You have this extra weight at a young age. And I think, we learn from others as well as we try to understand now. At ngayon po, I would like to say in this next 3 years, we're trying to restart our community-based group because we need to help the poorest. Sila ang walang experiences, no? Unlike our girls who come from the public schools, they learn in the classroom, so they're prepared. Kasi be prepared, no, is one of the things. Kailangan laging handa. But the girls out in the streets, neglected, alam niya ni Cora, what is their future? It's lost. By 13, they're pregnant. No? And the boys do not care much about women and respect women and girls. So I think if we can start more community-based group, former Girl Scouts, volunteers, we're calling them to start community-based groups. This is what I hope will happen during my term as national president until 2024. Yun po.
Yeah. Tama-tama, Sonia Rocco already sent a comment. Ang sabi ang Girl Scout daw, laging handa, di ba? Laging handa. Tapos sabi niya, and tuned in, of course, Cora, Raymond, Nina, and Justin. Nag-tune in din si Wendy Rebolido Jimenez. Good afternoon sa ating lahat. Ano to? Alaga dito ni Raymond. Si Jinky Bueno Iliot. Ito dati kong staff sa civil service. Si Susan Labsang. Taga-education ito. Tsaka si Rabbit Tuching. Magandang buhay po sa lahat. Ito ang mga unang-unang nag-light na nanonood, nakikinig sa atin. Pero siguro explain mo lang, whoever can explain this. Ano ba yung Chief Girl Scout Medal Scheme? Philippine Troop Achievement Award, kaya yung Magic Spot. Napaka-interesanting malaman ito ng mga nanonood, nakikinig sa atin. Kasi ay ibig sabihin, meron na kayong mga efforts para magkaroon kayo ng special program sa Girl Scouts of the Philippines.
Yes
Go ahead.
po, and those are one of the programs po ni GSP. So starting with our Chief Girl Scout Medal Scheme is the highest award po that a Girl Scout could receive after working for a 1-year community project. So she can work under ecology, cultural heritage. So meron po tayong mga areas that a girl can choose from kung ano po yung kanyang gustong gawin na project under those areas. But of course, dapat yun ay naaayon sa kung ano yung needs ng community. So she does community survey, and then after that, saka po siya magde-decide to finalize ano po ba yung project na kanyang gagawin for the community. And she does it with her troop. So, isang buong troop po sila being led by the Chief Girl Scout candidate, and that's a 1-year community project. And then right after nun, they turn over po the project to the community. So, that's for the Chief Girl Scout Medal Scheme po. And every year, we have hundreds of awardees. So, it means that there are hundreds of girls working on different projects that all aims to help the community. So, it responds to the needs of the community. But with our PHL, our Pilar Hidalgo Lim Troop Achievement Award, it's a Troop Achievement Award. So junior, senior, and cadet Girl Scouts works on that project po. So more of mga herbal, mga gardening projects naman po yung ginagawa ng ating mga Girl Scouts. And it's named after the lola of Tita Nina, si PHL po, one of our founders. So that's for
Gulim, she's
Pilar
a
Hidalgo Lim.
byword in our history.
Yes po.
Uh-uh.
So that's for those programs po.
There was at one time, Nina, na the Boy Scouts were accepting Girl Scouts as members. What happened there? Parang there was a time na nagka-capture ang Boy Scouts, Raymond. Yung Boy Scouts ay kinakapture yung mga girls kasi they are in a co-ed school, madaling ang girls naman gusto sumama sa mga Boy Scouts. There are more boys. So, ano nangyari doon, Nina? Can you
Yes,
tell
so Boy Scouts of the
10
Philippines.
years pa yata yun, di ba? A long time ago.
No, it's still happening. So Boy
Yeah.
Scouts of the Philippines, like the World Organization of Scouts Movement, which is the counterpart of WAGS, has changed their name to Scouts instead of Boy Scouts to Scouts because they can accept.
Dati nun, World Boy Scouts di ba? World Boy
World
Scouts. Dati.
Yes, World Organization of Scouts. But Boy Scouts of the Philippines has changed their name to Scouts Philippines. So they accept girls until now. And that can't be helped because girls like to be boys. So it's a challenge for us. So when we go camping, we do what boys do. Well, what you can do, we can do also. So we have all kinds of taekwondo, rappelling, anything that the boys do, we can do. And I guess the girls do not realize that to be in a Girl Scout, single sex, you feel more safe. They don't realize that because when they are with the Boy Scouts, they are left to be the secretaries. They're left to be second in line unless you are very aggressive. Same thing in the group, no? And so I think if you go through Girl Scouting, you feel more safe, especially nowadays. And you shine, you shine like the cover of the book, Shine on GSP, no? Shine on. There, shine on GSP because you shine and then you have more self-confidence to be among boys. And we also have activities naman with the Boy Scouts. So I think they enjoy that. And, in the World Association of Girl Guides and Girl Scouts, we have countries, especially Scandinavian countries, who are really scouts. They join WAGs, but they have boys with them. So it's happening in the world, but Girl Scouts still wants to be a single-sex movement. The Boy Scouts, they have. I don't know why they are accepting. Maybe they need more members, no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. Pero, of course, hindi naman natin topic ang Boy Scouts. Pero sabi ko, ano nangyari sa Boy Scouts? Dati, Rover Scouts, nagmaman ng traffic, nagbo-volunteer. Nasaan na sila? Wala nang nagbo-volunteer. Sabi ko, baka pwedeng gawin din ng Girl Scout sa mga schools na parang Anyway.
It's happening in the province especially.
Yes, I think so.
More participation of the girls because it's easier there than here in the city, I think, no?
Yes.
But then when disaster happens, we see many Girl Scouts helping. They may not be in uniform, but they are trained to do that. That's one of the programs, no? Preparedness, disaster preparedness.
I like to think that as a global movement, like sabi mo nga, ang perspective din natin, that we know what's happening in the other countries. We either model our own na magagandang ginagawa natin. They can see us and we can also see what they're doing. Ang nakita ko is that how do you broaden the membership? I've always been curious dahil pag hindi naging active ang mga members, it happens in some other organizations, namamatay kasi walang new members. I think they are experienced in our parish of the Daughters of Mary Immaculate, DMI. Ano
Yeah.
nangyari ka ako? Wala nang sumunod. Kasi mga namamatay na mga members, abay dapat continue. Sabi ko, sa Girl Scout, kaya nga there will always be girls. Kahit seniors na sila, there will always be Girl Scouts dahil importante
Yes.
ito, no?
Yes.
And anong sa experience nyo ngayon sa membership?
Yes.
Kasi for a while, marami ngang hindi bumoto kay Raul Roco dahil in-stop niya yung pagbayad ng one shot na bayad.
Yes.
Ano?
Yes.
Pero sa akin, it could have been solved by organizationality na nakita
Yes.
ko na pwedeng kumbaga yung Girl Scout Week or something, mag-organize
Yes.
ng mga events na gano'n that will encourage people to pay their Girl Scout dues. I saw a way forward na maaaring hindi mangyari noon because naging negative kagad. Pero future, I think, you just have to face that na
Yes.
kailangan din na ma-encourage ang mga tao na talagang to pay their membership. Ano naging experience nyo ngayon with the
Well,
membership?
because of COVID, our membership has really dropped, no? Almost by 80%. Pero it's slowly growing up now because wala nang klase. But pag walang school, no members. Our
Yes.
bulk of our members are in the school base, no? That's why we're trying to start the community base now at this time.
Yes.
Yes. Hopefully that when school starts again, the membership will grow. So meron kaming membership committee, which is headed by Dr. Letty Taring, and she's based in Dumaguete, but then they're always doing Zoom because they also join the training. So we keep on training our leaders because, as you know, Cora, we have 96 councils throughout the country. And we expect that these councils should keep their membership up. So we have to think of different ways to encourage them and incentives. Hopefully, when we have school again, we will get back our members because we have a big membership potential. At least we can go up to
Yes.
3 million. Yeah. It really has been difficult, and even for operations, because of the drop, we have to cut down on so many things. No? And
I think people will remember in the Girl Scouts that we changed the membership in terms of minamanage na ng Girl Scouts as opposed to
yes,
having a bank manage the membership, no? Kaya medyo happy na kayo kasi you have the money rather than the agency that's handling the membership. Sila ang kumikita. Pero
and we
Raymond, meron ka bang
recognize you. We recognize you because when you were in the Execom, in Central Board, this is what you suggested. So you're always remembered when we have accidents in the field. We say, that was Cora De Leon who was thinking of the girls.
well, I felt at the time we were paying for something na hindi naman kailangan that you could manage kasi alam niyo
Yes.
naman ang dapat ng mga members. Ikaw, Raymond, what do you see now? Kasi we want to have to see the future of also Girl Scout kasi they also need leaders Yung mga teachers
Actually,
ninyo.
actually, Secretary, the reason why I asked President Yuzon what made Girl Scouts strong, standing very tall up until now, kasi as university president, no, of the University of Muntinlupa, I'm happy to see one day all my teachers and students, no, becoming member of Girl Scout. Kasi maganda ho ang values, no, na binabahagi ng Girl Scout. Alam ko yan kasi nag-Boy Scout po ako and gusto kong panindigan na iba yung values na tinuturo ng Girl Scout at Boy Scout, no, na hindi lahat natuturo sa loob ng classrooms. No? At ngayon po, ako ho ang presidente, no, and executive director ng local colleges and universities in the country, Commission on Accreditation. And so with the National Network of Quality Assurance Agencies, no, na kung saan ay kasama rin ang state universities. Iniisip ko ho, kaya tinanong ko kay President Yuzon, kasi parang I'm thinking of having some sort of a partnership or MOA with Girl Scout. Kasi pag nag-a-accredit kasi ako, hinahanap ko yung extension program. Napaka-concrete ko na extension program ng Girl Scout. Iniisip ko na baka dapat ma-institutionalize ang partnership ng mga local colleges and universities with Girl Scout para katuwang kami sa pagpapatupad ng mga extension program ng Girl Scout. Alam nyo, so later after the program, I'll definitely will get the contact number of President Quezon because our meeting today is not an accident. Kasi parang pakiramdam ko structured na, di ba? Yung mga module, okay na lahat yan. At isa siguro ito sa nagpatibay ng Girl Scout, na yung service to others, service to God, talagang, not just out of imagination, but through the years, na-institutionalized, So,
Yes.
para naman sa aming mga nasa education, yun ang gusto kong malaman kung may limit ba yung pagiging Girl Scout. Kasi gusto ko makita one day sa campus ko, yung mga kapugi nakasuot ng Girl Scout din, yung mga badge na yan, pag sinuot nila, pinapangako nila, ang kanilang sarili para sa bayan, at pinanunumpaan nila yung pinapangako ng Girl Scout, Ito, hindi na ako mahirapong magawa ng module, hindi na ako mahirapong mag-isip ng mga programs kasi darating na lang ang Girl Scout Associate Organization to help me there. Kasi parang pakiramdam ko ito'y isang malaking aspeto para mailunsad ang totoong extension program. Lalo na nang marinig ko kanina na dapat siguro community-based na yung mga program ng Girl Scout at malaki ang magagawa ng mga local colleges and universities na makipag-partner sa Girl Scout of the Philippines na maibaba at naipatupad itong mga community-based kasi kalimitan ng mga estudyante namin ay nanggagaling sa community. And pangalawa pa nakikinig po ako kaya nag-enjoy ako masyado nagtatanong kasi isa pa akong issue yung gender and development. Mukhang nagkakaroon ng application dito at magandang maipag-partner rin ito sa Girl Scout kasi yun ang pinopromote nila yung part ng kanilang pinopromote, yung gender. Not accidental, but incidentally, and the core services of Girl Scout talks about women. In fact, President Quezon, ang nakikita ko nga po dito, for a strong nation, I guess, we have to put Girl Scout organization at the center and forefront of any economic and social development. Kasi ako nga let me push forward. I got married already to a President, Dr.Reymund Arcega. But you know what? When I came to know her, she's wearing Girl Scout uniform. Kasi galing po siya sa St. Mary's College in Quezon City.
Yes.
So ang mga private school kasi, active sila sa ganyan. And nakikita ko nililigawan ko pa siya. Parang cute na cute siya pag nakapag-Girl Scout. And you know what? I now have 4 children, and they all are successful. And I would want to believe that the values she imbibed and learned from Girl Scout made her the person and a woman and a wife that she is now. So parang pakiramdam ko in the future, pag tinanong ako ng mga estudyante, ano ba dapat ang qualification ng isang babae na sa palagay mo magiging maayos mong, anong tawag ko dyan, yung bahay, yung may bahay. Siguro ang unang qualification, dapat Girl Scout siya. Kasi pag Girl Scout siya, alam niya ang pagmamahal sa bayan, sa kapwa. At kung kaya niyang mahalin ang kapwa at ang kanyang pamayanan, hindi mahirap para sa kanya ang mahalin ang kanyang sariling pamilya at maging ilaw ng tahanan. Ito ay medyo light pero medyo seryoso. Kung ikaw ay pipili na magiging may bahay mo, di ba? Gusto mong masigurado na yung values niya ay maayos at hindi ka na maghahanap. Siguro, ang titingnan mo ba, ay Girl Scout ba ito? Di ba? Kasi iba ang madre naman hindi mo naman pwedeng pakasalan kahit pwede siya. Kasi, pero yung Girl Scout, ay Girl Scout yan, di ba? Ay, maayos na babae yan. Yan ay may puso para sa bayan. I hope you know where I'm coming. Kasi ang problema ko ngayon ay kung paano irerespeto ng mga kalalakihan ang mga babae. At kung ano ang dapat na maging role ng mga kababaihan. So kung itataas natin ang antas ng edukasyon at gagawin natin ang values ng Girl Scout, bilang bahagi ng ating edukasyon, hindi ito optional but mandatory, nakikita ko ang magandang Pilipinas sa darating na panahon. So, bagamat sinasabi niyo kung bumababa ang membership, makakaasa po kayo, President Quezon, after this program. I'll be seeing you in person and let's try to find out how we can increase your membership institutionally through local colleges and universities. At baka po pwede nating maging partnership yan. At ang aking hong pangarap mula sa pag-uusap na ito ay gusto kong makita isang araw pag nagpa-plug sa ceremony kami, ang aking mga guro at ang aking administrador ay nakasuot ng Girl Scout uniform na ang ibig sabihin, di ba? Ang ibig sabihin ay bahagi sila ng advokasya ng Girl Scout Organization or Girl Scout of the Philippines. Ano? So kaya po tinatanong ko kanina, ano pong sekreto ng isang Girl Scout of the Philippines na mararamdaman mo talaga na pag nagsilbi, it's not about how much you're getting, right? But on how you can be of service to others. So yun po yung aking in appreciation of your presence today. No? Ayaw ko pong sayangin ito. Magkikita po tayo muli. Baka ngayong susunod na linggo. Kasi ayaw ko pong habang nagpe-prepare pa ang iba para ho sa pagbalik ng pandemic. Gusto ko, unti-unti ho na ho kasi kami bumabalik sa school. So yung akin nung I have 12,000 students sa university. No? So yung ROTC ho, ibabalik yon. And so gusto ko itong Girl Scout maging isa ho itong avenue naman ng ating mga kababaihan, no? Ng ating mga eskwelahan, no? Para palakasin, ano po. Yun nga po ang gusto kong malaman, paano po ba nagiging isang miyembro ang isang tao ng Girl Scout of the Philippines? Ano po bang klaseng membership meron dito? Ito po ba individual, institutional? At kung pwede pong ma-disclose din dito, meron po bang membership fee or what? Or siguro po dapat malaman ng ating mga tagapakinig, no? The university ngayong hapon. Maraming salamat.
Raymond, Nina, nag-comment si Celia Capadocia Yanko para malaman yung nanonood siya. Good PM, Cora, and fellow Scouters. I'm glad to have been part of JSP's membership committee before and still a supporter of the movement. Thank you, Celia, for watching our show at nakita mo naman ang magiging development with Dr. Raymond supporting the Girl Scouts. No? Kahit nag-Boy Scout once upon a time, he is still feeling na makakatulong siya sa Girl Scout. Nina, your comments.
So we have 96 councils. Munting lupa po kayo, no, Dr. Arcega? So there is a Girl Scout council. For example, I am a girl or a mother who wants to put my daughter in a Girl Scout troop, no? So it goes to the council, or the school goes to the council, and the school intends to put up a troop in their school. So they have to undergo training po under Girl Scouts. Unless yung mga teachers nyo were former Girl Scouts, they still have to undergo the training of how to start a troop, what is it. So we have of course, all the manuals that you will use for each of the levels. As you know, can you see this? We have 5 levels, no? So from 4 years old up to 21 years old, you can be a Girl Scout. After 21, you become a volunteer like Cora and me. And now Justine is a volunteer, but you should see all of her badges because she's gone through a lot. And as sinabi niyo po, Dr. Arcega, the best person to choose for a partner in life is a Girl Scout or a Boy Scout. I think so. Because they have to live by their panunumpa, guys, sinabi nyo. And that's why I like yung panunumpa nyo, because it really speaks also of what we are trying to build. We're trying to build good citizens because we love our country. We want to make sure that the children who will come after us will continue to carry on. The best evidence of your bringing up your family are your children. And if your children go wrong, something must have been wrong somewhere. No? And so let's try to do it early on. Let's catch them early on. No, we cannot put laws, because if you don't follow the laws, it's because you were not given early support by your community, your parents. And so Girl Scouts of the Philippines is quite established po. And we're always trying to improve how we're doing our training and membership. Kaya your news is the best news for us because we are trying to go back
First,
to our...
First salvo, every Saturday pa, succeeding Saturday.
Thank you.
Pero ako, interesado ko. Kasi kami, Mary, when we were first year, ang unang tinignan namin yung camping. And of
Yes.
course, kasama dito yung Love for Outdoors, at saka yung program na gumagawa kami nung sa more, yung apples na may chocolate na may Bunsen burner na hindi ko makakalimutan yun kasi first year kami ginawa nun. Pero I think more than that, kasi merong girl-led events naman and activities at sabi mo nga online na ngayon. Pero siguro, ano nangyari sa mga former Girl Scouts na ngayon women leaders? Siguro you can mention some of them in varied industries kasi kitang-kita naman sabi din ni Raymond na yung mga na-achievers are more often than not started somewhere na Girl Scouts sila. Maybe you can mention some of them na ano na in fact
So,
dapat naging guest natin isang towns pero
no,
hindi natuloy eh. Yeah,
yeah.
sige pakita mo.
So in this book, we have several girls, including Justine here, who have been successful in their lives. You know, you have stewardess, you have pilot, you have nurse, you have doctors, you have. See, Justine is a clinical. You're a psychologist. Yes, yes, psychometrician. So these are the girls who were once in
Girl
their
Scouts.
yeah, and now are successful women. So every anniversary, like the 75 and 80, we choose 70 girls, you know, from all over the country, who have proven themselves to be successful. Para ho yung towns, but this one is Girl Scouts talaga. And so we have 80 girls, 70 girls. And yun nga po, yung highest Chief Girl Scout medal, which is every year. The girls have to complete 1-year project sa community nila. And then we usually have it at PICC para kung 600 to 800 girls from all over the country. Pero ngayon, we cannot do it. Magastos, you know, COVID, and tapos walang membership pa ho. That's why we're waiting for Dr. Arcega because he just brightened our world today. And I hope that the GSP executives are listening because, you know, that's what we're thinking every time we have our execom. How is our membership doing? But it's really a challenge. I think all organizations have lost its members because of COVID pandemic. Oo.
Ang future na nakikita ko personally that I'd like to see talagang Girl Scouts also in theater.
Oh,
Kasi
yes.
Nina, bayanihin ka, di ba? And then ako nakita ko din na importante na we can have, you know, shows at the cultural center na
Yes.
the talented Girl Scouts showing
Yes.
themselves
Yes.
in and also make that fundraising as well. Kasi
Yes.
wala namang organization na survive na walang funds. Eh, ayan, no? Papakita ng mga tumutugtog. I think that's ano mo ito? Ah, yung kundiman yata o ano yun? Anong grupo
Ukulele.
yun?
Ukulele.
Ukulele, oo. And then,
So,
I remember na naalala ko na ang well, of course, well, of course, yung experience ko naman sa YWCA din, medyo nagko-connect, ano, pero ang nakita ko magandang maturo din sa Girl Scout yung swimming, yung
oh
skills in
yes.
swimming, di ba?
Yes. Yes.
Kasi
Kasi
para
kasi
makita mo yung outstanding swimmers ng mga
yes.
Girl Scouts, di ba?
Yes.
Parang
Yung some of our
maganda.
programs po, nagko-conduct po tayo ng mga ganong activities po.
Oo
Like
nga
in
eh.
campings, meron po tayo mga ganong swimming lessons po. Yung pinapakita ni Tita is just some of yung mga outdoor activities po, mga rope challenges that the girls are doing during campings po.
Meron kayo sa social media kayo, may Facebook na kayo, may YouTube, di ba? May Twitter and Instagram. Nakalagay
Yes.
sa inyo, Girl Scouts of the Philippines. In other words, you're upbeat in terms of making sure na you're able to reach the people that you need to reach. Medyo konti na lang ang time natin, but anyway, next Saturday you will be back with new people and telling, particularly those who are doing parang challenging work in their ano ba tawag nyo dito, councils, no? The various councils. So, hindi naman natin 'to tatapusin lahat. Basta siguro ang una sa parting words natin, benefits of joining the Girl Scouting movement. Siguro yun, you can invite, I think Raymond already did in terms of school, but you can invite the parents, guardians, and their daughters, granddaughters to join the movement. Nina, the ano is
Yes,
yours.
yes. So, first of all, ay nagpapasalamat kami kay Cora and also Dr. Raymond kasi the best news today was having a new partner with the university. So, ang importante po dito, message namin is that I think being a Girl Scout is foolproof. In other words, you can go out into the world even at an early age because you are with a group. You learn about many different things, as Justin had said, the 8 point challenge, or spirituality, community. They are into it, livelihood, helping others, helping little children learn, feeding programs. So I have experienced it. You cannot reach being this position unless you've gone around the country. And these are public school children, no? Naka-chinelas lang sila when they go to school, but they have such self-confidence. Sabi ko, naku, ito magiging mayor, ito magiging counselor, magiging president, I'm sure. And I understand that many of our leaders really are former Girl Scouts because they have to speak their minds. And, just this morning, si Justine led the facilitators, what we call modify. In other words, uh, our social media now looks at the image of women differently. No, and sabi ko, your image really should start in the mind, in the heart, in what you're doing, not how to look beautiful or sexy, which is really what girls are exposed to if they're always on their phones. And so I invite mga magulang and the young girls, if you want to be Girl Scouts, Google it, find out where your council is, and then go there or find out from your school if they have a Girl Scout troop. If they don't have a Girl Scout troop, go to your principal and sabihin mo sa kanila, kailangan po natin mag-Girl Scout troop kasi nakikita ho namin na maganda po. Masaya. For me, it's a fun time to grow up. It's not memorizing. In fact, they love their Girl Scout meeting because it's supposed to be fun. Sobra na ata.
Obviously. Hindi, okay lang. Justin, you want to say something? Message mo sa kapwa mo na actually officer ka ng Girl Scouts of the Philippines, no? And you did not just become officer overnight. You grew in the Girl Scout movement. Why don't you tell also your story and your message to those who are watching us and listening to our program?
Siguro briefly po, no, yun nga po, I've also been from the grassroots level po talaga, like from school, Girl Scout president sa school, to council, then to region, and then now national. Actually, ako rin po, hindi ko rin inimagine na marating ko po kung ano yung narating ko ngayon. And I really thank the Girl Scouting movement for everything that it has done to me. I have the confidence to speak in front of you, to lead my fellow Girl Scouts dahil po yun lahat sa Girl Scouting movement. Kaya nga ako lagi kong sinasabi na hindi ko mararating or hindi ako magiging kung sino ako ngayon kung hindi ako nag-join sa Girl Scouting movement. And I want my fellow girls to experience that life-changing experience, to experience the fun, yung fun na hindi ka lang basta yung nag-hug fun talaga, marami kang matututunan. You'll get to meet a lot of people, leaders, and Girl Scouts from all over the country, the world, and be able to learn something from them. So, yun po yun malaking bagay yun sa development ng isang bata, yung talagang yung social awareness, yung malaman mo yung mga issues na nangyayari sa paligid mo and be able to do something about it. Yan din kasi yung binibigay na opportunity sa amin ng Girl Scouting, yung makapag-serve po kami sa community. And kaya ako natutuwa po kanina sa sinasabi ni Dr. Arcega na ina-acknowledge niya kung gaano ka-relevant yung Girl Scouting movement sa development ng mga kabataan, because it's really true po talaga, Doc, na marami talaga tayong matututunan na not in the four corners of the classroom. Yung bang mga kaalaman na hindi na tinuturo sa classroom, yung mai-experience nila through the activities that they're doing, and those are all vital for the development of the youth, not only girls but the youth po talaga. Kaya I really encourage all the Girl Scouts, yung mga magulang na nanonood po ngayon, yung mga batang babae na nanonood ngayon, to join the Girl Scouting movement. Kung sinasabi nila ang Girl Scouting ay puro camping lang, no, you'll get to experience a lot of life-changing experience, program seminars na talagang dito mo lang matututunan. And yun nga, yung global sisterhood, napakalaking ano po yun, na alam mo na connected ka sa mga sisters mo from all over the country and across the globe. So I encourage you all to join the Girl Scouting movement, and I hope na yun nga po mag-reach out sa mga council nila. As what Tita Nina mentioned, you can message the FB page po natin, the Girl Scouts of the Philippines, and locate kung saan council ka ba pwede mag-register. So yun, join the Girl Scouting movement po.
Actually, may Girl Scouts tayo sa 4 regions, no? Mindanao, Visayas, Luzon, and of course, Metro Manila. And I hope, six, bale. So I hope that the succeeding programs, we will get to introduce them to the program and tingnan. But meanwhile, today, the hero of the day is Dr.Reymund Arcega because he promised to deliver something. Raymond, bawal lang hindi magpakatotoo, kaya kailangan magpapakatotoo ka dito sa programa natin na bago ang lahat, mamamayan muna. Final word, Dr. Raymond?
Una, tigit sa lahat, maraming pong salamat sa ating mga tagapanood ngayong hapon na ito. Isa na naman pong napakabuluhang panayam ang naganap sa ating programang Bago ang Lahat, Mamamayan Muna. At ang presensya po ng Presidente ng Girl Scout Movement ng Pilipinas ay isang biyaya sa ating ngayong hapon na ito, na kung saan ay pwede nating patuloy na palakasin ang tungkulin, ang ginagampanan ng mga kababaihan sa ating buhay sa bansa at sa lipunan sa pamamagitan ng pakikilahok sa advokasya ng Girl Scout Movement. Para po kay President Yuson and kay Ma'am Justine Bautista, maraming pong salamat sa inyong pagsama sa amin ni Secretary Cora ngayong hapon na ito. Ang hapon pong ito ay isang panibagong oportunidad para sa lipunan at sa Girl Scout of the Philippines movement, no, na pagpatuloy ng lalo pang mas malakas, no, ng advokasya ng organisasyon. Ang inyong pong serbisyo sa Girl Scout ay isang malaking credit para sa gobyerno, kasi yung hindi through the Girl Scout movement, you're able to bring the services of the government closer to the people. Things that has not been addressed by the government, and through you, you're able to bring, you're able to allow people to feel like, well, there's government. Kasi kalimitan pag sinabing Girl Scout of the Philippines or Girl Scout movement, ang tingin nila dyan, gobyerno talaga. They never thought it's an NGO or it's a foundation. So maraming pong salamat sapagkat hindi nyo po kinakailangan tumakbo sa eleksyon, tumakbo mayor, konsehal, sapagkat ang inyo pong mga nagagawa sa Girl Scout movement ay maliwanag na mahigit pa sa mga taong ay katulad rin ng mga taong nagsisilbi sa pamahalaan. At maraming pong salamat yan, hindi man po ito laging nakikilala at nare-recall ng lahat ng mga tao. I would like to say you're unsung heroes, no? Kasi kung saan po mayroong mga pangangailangan, ang ating lipunan na andun po kayo, at marami pong salamat. Hangad po namin ang inyong patuloy na kalakasan at kalusugan upang patuloy po namin kayong makasama, no, sa pagtataguyod ng Pilipinas, lalo na ngayon pagkatapos nating harapin ang hamon ng pandemya at COVID-19 virus. Hanggang sa muli po nating pagkikita, President Yuson, Ma'am Justine Bautista, maraming po salamat. Saludo po kami sa inyo. Magandang hapon.
Ako naman, babasahin ko yung quote ni Jose Pallanes Escoda when she wrote, "If you happen to survive and I fail, tell our people that the women of the Philippines did their part also in making the ember sparks of truth and liberty alive till the last moment. At ito naman yung favorite ending ko na quote from Rabindranath Tagore sa ating programa. Where mind is without fear and head held high, where the world has not been broken to fragments by narrow domestic walls, where tireless strivings stretch their arms toward perfection, where the mind is led forward to thee, into ever widening thought and action, into that heaven of freedom, my Father, let my country awake. Tuwing Sabado ay magigising tayo sa ating bayan, gigisingin nila na ang iisipin nila na merong mangyayari tuwing Sabado dahil ito will be Girl Scouts Philippines on Saturday. Maraming salamat sa inyong lahat and looking forward to next Saturday. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Cora.
Picture.
Oh,
Raymond.
picture.
1,
Raymond na
2,
kumukuha.
1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. Smile. Okay, we're off na po from the
Okay.
radio program. Ma'am Yuzan,
Thank
I'll try
you.
to get your number po before you leave.